Hello, my name is Isaac Kelly, and in today's video, I have chosen to talk about the religion of Shintoism. Now, Shintoism is not a worldly religion in the sense that it's not spread throughout all the world. It is, for the most part, a very, very large part of Shintoism is found simply in Japan, where it originated. Now, as I just said, Shintoism was originated in Japan, and another fact about Shintoism is that it is also as old as Japan is. So, the reason that Shintoism is as old as Japan is because Japan was formed whenever the kami, or the gods of Shinto, came to Earth, and it was actually a man and a woman. They came and they um, stirred the ocean, and then a land came. And then, as they were birthing children, Japan came into form, and the children that they birthed actually became the kami. So it just came into existence basically. Um, it's it's mainly practiced in Japan, like I said, and around 80% of the Japanese people practice it. However, even though the Japanese people practice it, only 4% of people actually say they are part of Shinto. Um, in Shinto, there's not one god, but there's an infinite amount of gods. The Japanese say there's 80 million different gods that they believe in, but it's just a large number that they've thrown out to show that they have many different gods. But their gods are not called gods. They refer to them, of course, as the kami. Now, the kami are not physical people, but they are invisible beings. The kami can come from many different places. It can be an original kami from way back whenever they gave birth. And then there's other kami that simply, it was a person who died, or it could even be a tree. There could be a kami and a tree. Um, but each kami has something to do with whatever they were made to do. So an example of this is there was a barber who was very good at what he did. So whenever he died, he became a kami, and now people pray to him. Whenever they start going bald, they pray to him that he would restore their hair. Um, then, along with the kami, you have the yokai. Now, the yokai, they were weird, sometimes evil, um, little people or different beings. They could range from being large demons to even just small little babies. But these yokai can be found all throughout Japanese mythology, and they can do all different kinds of things. They can bring destruction, they can bring health, they can just whatever the yokai has decided to do, that is what will happen. Um, but for each of the kami, there's a shrine, and there is said to be over 10,000 shrines in Japan dedicated to each kami. So it can range from a temple all the way down to just a small rock on the side of the road. And for the larger shrines, you'll have a torii gate, which is it's the most recognizable symbol in Japan, the gate. And you are to bow before that, and then you are to go to the washing basin and wash your left hand and then your right hand. And then in your hand, you take a little bit of water and drink it and swish your mouth out and spit it onto the ground. And then you are clean and ready to go into the shrine. And then, along with Shinto, a lot of Japanese people practice Buddhism. And the over the years, after they've been separated into two different things, whenever the Japanese wanted to simply go back to Shintoism, but in today's world, they are kind of split, but still joined in the same thing. So Shintoism is mainly practiced with weddings. So you follow the Shinto practices in your weddings, and then in the funerals, they practice the Buddhism practices. Um, Thank you for listening to my video about Shintoism.